Today, I will be talking about the holidays and traditions that are celebrated in three different French-speaking countries. The first country is Togo, where I talk to Sybil. Togo is located in Western Africa, bordering the Bight of Benin. It is a small country with a 56-kilometer coastline along the Atlantic Ocean. It is a tropical country where 42.3% of people are Christian. All of the summarizing info for the following countries and Togo comes from the CIA World Factbook. Sybil lives in Togo and grew up attending a Christian school where they were required to learn English. The second country is France. France is a Western European country that is 551,500 square kilometers in size, or slightly smaller than Texas. The primary religion in France is Roman Catholic, with 47% of the country participating in the religion. I spoke to Luis, who lives in a small rural country in France and whose family has lived there for decades. The third country is Tunisia. Tunisia is located in northern Africa, bordering the Mediterranean Sea between Algeria and Libya. Almost everyone living in Tunisia is Muslim, with 99% of the population practicing the religion. I spoke to Aya, who lives in Tunisia and has her entire life. We are going to start by looking at the major holidays in each country. The most popular holiday in the United States is Christmas, with 9 in 10 Americans celebrating the holiday, according to the Pew Research Center. Many Americans celebrate Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with their family. The United States celebrates Christmas with close families and friends and celebrated at someone's house, making it a very private event. It is common to see Christmas lights and trees in homes and businesses in celebration of the holiday. People will drive around neighborhoods to look at the Christmas decorations that people put up on their houses and in their yards. On Christmas Eve, it is common to have a family celebration that is a private event that typically includes dinner. Dinner is either turkey or ham, typically, with a combination of sides ranging from mashed potatoes and green beans to salads and stuffing. Food is important in America, and as an indulgent culture, according to Hofstede's Cultural Dimensions, many people make an abundance of food for the holiday and will eat leftovers in the following days. On Christmas morning, Americans celebrate the holiday by giving gifts to their loved ones. These gifts can be expensive presents or small handmade trinkets. Christmas is a time for loved ones to connect with each other and to celebrate the holiday. The holiday stems from Christianity and is historically a celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. 46.5% of the United States is Protestant, and due to this, Christmas has become one of the most celebrated holidays in the United States. The major holiday celebrated in Togo is also Christmas. Similar to the United States, they also set up Christmas trees and lights to celebrate the holiday. Lights are very common to see around Christmas time, and public places also have big displays set up, like the one seen in the lower right corner. Going to church is an event that much of the community participates in, and people put on their best clothes to go to the morning church service. These services are typically filled with songs, performances, and communion. Clothing is important to Togo culture, as many of their clothing items are handmade by the community seamstress, and often feature patterns like the ones seen in the upper right corner. You must directly request clothing to be handmade for each event, and often you get new clothing for each Christmas celebration. After church, families will go home and eat a family lunch and dinner with their families. This is a private event, and outsiders are not typically welcome to join, due to families in Togo being so large. Having the large family means that there is often a lot of food to eat and drinks to enjoy. Food for dinner often varies based on which part of the culture you are located. Some regions enjoy Western food like turkey and green beans, while others stick to traditional food like fufu and stews. According to country reports, one thing that most households do have in common, though, is a Christmas cake, as seen in the upper left corner. Christmas cake is a lime cake that many people in Togo eat. Overall, Togo Christmases are a very private event, and because of this, they are limited to only family members and are held in the family's household. A popular holiday in France is also Christmas. They primarily celebrate Christmas Eve and have their family celebrations at night, along with attending midnight mass. Before attending the church service, there is a long dinner that families host from the afternoon into the night. It starts with a light snack called apero, which consists of small foods like meats and cheeses. They then move on to the first plate, which is something small like a salad. They then eat the main course, which is a traditional foods associated with Christmas like turkey, green beans, and potatoes. After the main course ends, they move on to the after meal snack, which is fruits and cheese. Later in the night, they have dessert and finish off the meal with coffee and a piece of chocolate. The whole meal is private, and only family members are invited to join. They host these events in their homes and will not go out to celebrate. Christmas trees and lights are also very popular in France and can be seen around major cities and in homes. France has a big uncertainty avoidance culture and therefore tends to have very planned schedules for Christmas Day, and there's no question of what they are doing and what they are eating. The major holiday in Tunisia are Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr. Due to 99% of the population being Muslim, they celebrate Islamic holidays like Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr. Ramadan is a holiday that the people of Tunisia participate in to celebrate the revelation of the Quran to the Prophet Muhammad, and it is the month of prayer and charity, according to the editors of Encyclopedia Britannica. They celebrate the holiday by fasting from sundown to sunrise, meaning that they don't eat any food or drink any water until the nighttime. They frequent the mosques most often during this month and participate in night prayers. Families spend a lot of time together during this month, as it is an opportunity for them to connect and pray together. They also bake Eid biscuits, like the ones seen in the upper right corner. They bake these the last week of the month and are not allowed to eat them even during the night. During this time, there's a special feast to celebrate the end of Ramadan, and during this day they give away the biscuits that are made. This is the only time that they are allowed to eat these biscuits throughout the year, so it is a very special occasion. Each person also gets new clothing to celebrate the holiday. Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr are both private and public events. They are private because it is a time for family to bond and connect through prayer, but it is also a public event because they celebrate with their community and participate in a lot of charity events. The second major holiday in Tunisia is Eid al-Adha, which is the festival of sacrifice. During this time, families would traditionally sacrifice a sheep and would cook the meat to eat for the next couple of days. While only a few families participate in this sacrifice still, the holiday has remained, and people continue to barbecue food to celebrate. This holiday is to commemorate Abraham's willingness to sacrifice his son. During this time, it is important for people to share the meat that they cook with their family, friends, and those in need. Next, we are going to talk about the universal holidays that people from all of these countries celebrate. The first universal holiday is birthdays. In general, birthday parties vary with age rather than religion or region. Birthday parties when you are a child can include both family and friends, or many children celebrate with each group separately. As kids get older, they tend to want to do more things with their friends and are less likely to have large celebrations with their family. But as people become adults, they once again revert back to smaller family parties for birthdays, except for the milestone ones like 21, when you're legally allowed to drink, and 50, which can combine family and friends. Birthday cakes and presents are common across cultures and are expected for most birthdays. While many of the traditions are the same, some of the foods do change according to region. Americans have a variety of food, like pizza, for their birthday, while French celebrate with quiches or mini sandwiches. Togo celebrates with fufu, a dish that consists of vegetables or grains that are pounded into dough-like consistency and used to scoop stews and chicken. It's seen in the upper left corner. Tunisia has couscous, which is a steamed wheat eaten with vegetables and meats. It's seen in the lower right corner. While the foods may vary with region, the experience is indulgent, and many people celebrate their birthdays by going out and party, while others celebrate at home with their families. The celebration of the International New Year is also a holiday that many people partake in. Most people go out with their friends to celebrate, visit bars and restaurants, while others flock to larger cities to see fireworks and light displays. Lots of food and drink are consumed during this time, and there are many superstitions on what you have to do in order to get good luck for the following year. Thank you for watching my presentation on the holidays and traditions of various French-speaking countries. Here is a complete list of the sources that I used as a reference for this information. Thank you.